Tonight, I'd like to tell you a story about a quiet place where the world slows down and sleep finds you gently. Far beyond the noise of busy streets and glowing screens, there rests a little lake. The water is still, like polished glass, reflecting the sky above. At night, the stars lean close to peek at their own shimmering faces in the water, while the moon hangs low, bathing everything in silver light. On the shore of this lake, there is a lantern. No one knows who placed it there. No one knows how long it has been glowing. But every evening, as the sky turns velvet and the crickets begin their soft chorus, the lantern flickers to life, its warm glow casting golden ripples over the gentle waves. Travelers say that if you sit beside it long enough, the lantern listens to your thoughts, your worries, your heavy feelings, even the things you've left unsaid. It takes them in, like firewood for its flame. And the longer you rest there, the lighter your heart becomes, until you feel as though you could float away with the fireflies that gather nearby. Some whisper that the lantern carries your troubles into the stars, letting them drift far beyond the horizon, so that you may sleep in peace. So tonight, imagine yourself there, sitting by the lake in the cool night air, with the soft glow of the lantern warming your skin. You breathe in the scent of pine trees and hear the gentle lapping of water against the shore. Above you, the moon smiles and the stars twinkle with kindness. And as you close your eyes, the lantern listens to the last of your waking thoughts, until your worries are gone and your dreams begin. The night at the lake stretched on, calm and endless. The lantern's flame swayed softly, as though it were breathing with you. Every flicker matched the rhythm of your chest, and with each exhale, the world seemed to grow quieter. You notice how the air itself feels alive here. It isn't heavy or rushed, but light and patient. The breeze carries whispers through the tall grass, weaving them into songs only the night creatures seem to understand. A distant owl calls out, and the sound echoes across the still water like a promise that you are not alone. The lantern's glow reflects across the lake, stretching into a golden pathway. If you follow it with your eyes, it seems to lead straight into the heart of the stars above, like a bridge between this world and another. You take a deep breath. The air is cool, but the warmth of the lantern keeps you steady. The fireflies drift closer now, dozens of them, hovering above the water like tiny guardians. Their lights pulse in rhythm, as if they are part of the same song, part of the same dream. As you sit there, you remember something. You've heard stories about this place before. Travelers said the lantern is no ordinary flame. They believed that if you sat by it long enough, it would show you visions, not frightening ones, not dreams that would disturb your rest, but gentle memories, moments your heart longed to remember. And so you wait, you close your eyes. The crackle of the lantern fills the silence, and then you see it. A vision begins to form, painted with light and shadow. You're walking through a quiet meadow. The grass brushes against your legs, and the air is filled with the scent of wildflowers. A brook runs nearby, its soft trickle blending with the gentle rustle of leaves. The scene feels so real, so vivid yet distant, like a memory you once lived but had forgotten. In the distance, you notice a small wooden bridge. Its planks creak beneath your steps as you cross, but the sound is comforting, like the voice of an old friend greeting you after many years. On the other side, a single tree waits, its branches heavy with blossoms that glow faintly under the moonlight. You rest your hand on the bark, and the tree feels alive, warm, as if it's breathing. The petals fall around you, drifting like snowflakes, and each one carries a soft golden light. When they touch the ground, they dissolve into sparks that vanish into the air. The vision lingers, soft and endless. The lantern by the lake hums gently, keeping the dream alive. And slowly, very slowly, your thoughts quiet, your body softens, and you feel the weight of sleep arriving, like a blanket being pulled over your shoulders. The lantern flickered, and the vision of the blossoming tree began to fade, like mist dissolving under the morning sun. but the feeling it left behind lingered: warmth, calm, and the sense that you had been touched by something timeless. When you opened your eyes again, the lake was still there, silver and quiet. The lantern's flame hummed softly, patient as ever, like it had all the time in the world. You noticed something new. Across the water, just beyond the reflection of the moon, there is a path you hadn't seen before. It begins at the edge of the lake, marked by smooth stones that glow faintly as though kissed by starlight. The path curves into a small grove of trees, their branches leaning inward, forming an archway of shadows and leaves. The lantern's light seems to stretch toward it, inviting you to follow. You rise slowly, feeling the soft grass beneath your feet, cool with dew. The night air greets you crisp, refreshing, carrying the faint scent of pine and earth. As you step onto the path, the stones light up one by one, guiding your way as though they recognize your presence. The grove feels alive, not in a way that frightens you, but in a way that comforts. The leaves murmur softly above, shifting in a rhythm that matches the quiet beating of your heart. Fireflies drift between the branches, leaving trails of pale gold that fade gently into the dark. Deeper into the grove, you find a clearing. At its center lies a pool of water, smaller than the lake, still and perfect like a mirror. Above it, the sky opens wide and countless stars look down. They seem brighter here, sharper, as though the clearing has brought you closer to the heavens. And then you see it. In the middle of the pool floats another lantern, but this one is different. Its flame is not golden, but silver, cool and soft, like moonlight caught in glass. The glow shimmers across the water, and you realize it reflects differently than the first lantern. Instead of carrying away your worries, this one seems to reach into your thoughts and show you gentle dreams of what could be. Visions ripple in the water, a quiet cabin in the woods, its windows glowing warmly. A vast meadow where the wind bends the grass like waves in the sea. A distant mountain peak glowing pink under the first light of dawn. Each image feels like a promise of rest, of peace, of the endless worlds that wait behind closed eyes. You lean closer to the silver lantern, and its flame bends toward you like it knows your presence. A soft hum vibrates in the clearing, soothing low, almost like a lullaby. You breathe deeper. The sound fills your chest, your mind, your whole being. The grove fades, the pool dissolves, and once again you are back at the lake, sitting by the first lantern. Its golden flame welcomes you back, steady and strong as though you had never left. The two lanterns, one gold, one silver, feel connected now, as if they are two halves of the same dream. One carries away what you no longer need. The other offers visions of what is possible. Together they guide you into the quiet space between wakefulness and sleep, a place where time slows, a place where the world grows soft, a place where your mind can finally rest. And as the lanterns glow side by side in your thoughts, your eyes grow heavier, your breath slows, and you drift deeper into the night. The golden lantern flickers softly beside you, steady as a heartbeat. Its glow dances across the surface of the lake, weaving with the reflection of the stars above. The night is calm, yet you sense something gently shifting, like a page turning in a story you didn't know you were reading. A breeze drifts across the water, carrying with it a faint sound. At first, you think it might be the rustling of leaves or the distant call of an owl, but then you realize it is music, so soft, so faint. Barely there, yet unmistakable. A melody floating through the night, carried on the wind. You stand slowly, following the sound. The grass bends quietly under your steps, the earth cool and comforting beneath your feet. The melody grows clearer with each breath, low, drawn-out notes, like the hum of strings touched with infinite patience. It feels less like music you are hearing, and more like music that has always existed, waiting for you to notice. The path of glowing stones lights up once again, guiding you beyond the grove where you once saw the silver lantern. This time, the stones lead you toward the far side of the lake, where the water meets a line of tall reeds. Their slender silhouettes sway together, whispering secrets as you pass. There, beyond the reeds, you find a pier, weathered wood stretching out over the still water. The boards creak gently under your weight, but not in warning. More like a welcome, the sound joining the melody in harmony. At the end of the pier, a figure waits. Not a person, not exactly. A shape of light, soft, shifting like a flame held within a human form. It does not move toward you nor away from you. Instead, it remains still, radiating calm, as though it is part of the lantern's story. And beside it, resting on the pier, is something unexpected. A boat. Small, simple, carved from dark wood. It rocks gently against the pier, though the water is calm. At its bow, a lantern glows, not gold, not silver, but a deep, pale blue, like the light of dawn just before the sun appears. The figure of light tilts its head, as if inviting you closer. You hesitate, but only for a moment. The lanterns have never led you astray. With a breath, you step into the boat. The wood is cool under your hands, and the moment you sit, the blue lantern steadies itself, its flame glowing brighter. The boat drifts forward, pushed not by oars, nor wind, nor current, but by the flame itself. Slowly, quietly, it carries you across the lake. The night sky opens wider above you. The stars seem endless. The moon reflects in the water so perfectly. It feels as though you are floating not on a lake, but through the sky itself. The music swells, not louder, but deeper, like it comes from the water, the air, the stars, and your own heart all at once. And with every note, you feel yourself sinking further into peace. The kind of peace that is heavy, yet weightless, like falling into a dream. The boat glides endlessly, carrying you forward, wherever the lantern wishes to take you. And as the pier fades into the distance, you close your eyes. The world softens. The music cradles you, and sleep arrives gentle and certain like the turning of the tide. The boat glides soundlessly across the lake, carrying you into the heart of night. The blue lantern at its bow flickers, steady and patient, casting ripples of pale light across the water. Each ripple stretches outward like rings of silver silk, dissolving into the stillness. Above you, the stars have multiplied. At first there were dozens, then hundreds. Now it seems the sky itself has opened, endless and vast, filled with countless constellations. Some familiar, some strange, all watching gently as though guiding your passage. The air grows softer, cooler. It feels different here, as though you've crossed a boundary. The night no longer feels like a simple sky overhead, but a great ocean of dreams, and you are sailing through its quiet depths. The music returns, but this time it's not carried on the wind. It rises from the water. You lean slightly over the edge of the boat and see shapes beneath the surface. Faint glimmers, drifting slowly like lanterns submerged in the deep. They shimmer in rhythm, each glow pulsing like a note in the melody. Together, they create a symphony that hums through the wood of the boat and into your bones. The blue lantern responds. Its flame grows brighter, and as it does, the glowing shapes beneath the water rise closer until you realize they are not lanterns at all. They are fish, but unlike any you've ever seen. Their scales glow like polished crystal, their eyes soft and kind. They swim in slow, unhurried circles around your boat, as if escorting you deeper into the night. One swims especially close. Its scales glow with a soft golden hue, and for a moment you see your reflection in its body, peaceful, calm, lighter than you've ever felt. It lingers by your side, and you sense that it carries the same warmth as the first lantern back on the shore, the one that listens to your worries. The fish glides away, disappearing into the depths, and the boat continues forward. Ahead, the mist begins to rise, thin at first, like whispers curling from the water's surface. Then thicker, weaving around you until the world becomes softer, quieter. The mist glows faintly in the lantern's light, silver and blue, wrapping you in a cocoon of calm. Time feels different here. Moments stretch like gentle waves. Minutes dissolve like morning dew. And in that stillness, you hear something new, a voice. Not loud, not startling, but gentle, like someone speaking just beside your ear. It doesn't use words you recognize, but the sound itself feels like meaning. It carries comfort like a lullaby without lyrics, reminding you that you are safe, that you are exactly where you need to be. The boat slows, the mist thickens. The lantern glows brighter, steady, eternal. And slowly, as the voice hums around you and the blue flame rocks with the rhythm of the water, your eyelids grow heavier. Your thoughts drift like clouds across the night sky. And you sink deeper into rest, guided by the lantern, the lake, and the endless dream. The mist folds around you like a blanket, cool yet comforting, softening the edges of the world. The boat drifts slowly, rocking in a rhythm so steady that your body begins to mirror it, swaying slightly with each rise and fall of the water. The blue lantern glows brighter still, its flame a single point of calm in the fog. You watch it flicker, and for a moment it feels less like a flame and more like a heartbeat, steady, patient, unhurried. Each pulse of light seems to sync with your own breath, reminding you that here there is no rush. Nothing to do but drift. As the boat glides forward, the mist begins to thin. Shapes emerge, not sharp, not startling, but gentle, like memories forming in the mind before sleep. You see tall pillars rising from the water. They are smooth, made of pale stone, each one glowing faintly with carvings that twist around their length. Some glow in gold, some in silver, others in deep blue, like the lantern itself. The pillars form a circle, wide and endless, as if you've entered a cathedral beneath the stars. The water at the center is so still, so reflective, that it seems to hold another sky, a second world of stars, burning quietly beneath your boat. The fish return. They drift slowly through the water, their glowing bodies weaving between the pillars. Each one hums softly, a note in the greater melody of the night. Together, they create a harmony so calming, so vast, that the silence between each sound feels alive. And then above the pillars, you notice the sky has changed. The stars move differently here. Not scattered, not random, but arranged, forming great patterns that stretch across the heavens. The constellations you once knew are gone, replaced by new ones. A lantern, a flame, a path of stones leading upward into infinity. The boat slows as if to give you time to look, to breathe, to take in the vastness of this dreamlike place. You close your eyes and the visions return. Not sharp, not overwhelming, just soft scenes flowing gently like water through your mind. You see a forest where the trees whisper lullabies. You see a mountain where the snow glows faintly in the moonlight. You see yourself walking across a bridge of light, endless and unbroken. Each vision fades into the next, slower, softer, until they blur together. The blue lantern flickers. The boat sways gently. The mist closes in again, wrapping you in silence. And you realize something. The journey never ends. The lantern will carry you as far as you wish to go. The water will rock you until you fall into dream. The night itself will guard your rest. And so, with the soft hum of the fish below, the glow of the pillars around you, and the lantern's flame pulsing like a heartbeat in the darkness, you let go. Your thoughts dissolve. And you drift deeper, softer, quieter into the endless night. The mist swirls gently around the boat, as though the night itself is exhaling, wrapping you in calm. The blue lantern's flame remains steady, its glow casting soft circles of light across the water. You sit quietly, breathing in rhythm with its flicker, until the silence becomes almost like a song of its own. The pillars in the distance fade behind you, their glow dissolving into the haze. The boat continues forward, guided by a current you cannot see, yet you feel certain it knows exactly where to take you. Here, nothing is rushed. Every movement, every sound, every breath is part of the night's patient rhythm. Slowly the mist parts again. Ahead the water glimmers faintly, as if sprinkled with silver dust. The surface of the lake glows with a strange, gentle light, not from the moon, but from something deeper. Beneath the water, shapes move, not the glowing fish from before, but larger, slower, like shadows of ancient beings drifting through a dream. And then you hear it, a sound, deep and resonant, rising from beneath the surface. It is not frightening. It is not loud. It is a hum so vast, so low, that it feels like the heartbeat of the lake itself. With every note, the water vibrates softly, and your body relaxes further, as though the sound were humming directly through your chest. The boat slows, and you drift into the center of this glowing water. The blue lantern's flame bends toward the surface, its light stretching down into the depths. For a moment, you see them, great shapes, moving slowly, their bodies outlined in silver. They look like whales, but not of this world. Their fins drift lazily, their tails push through the water with elegance, and their eyes shine like twin stars. One rises closer. Its body glows faintly, its skin patterned with swirls of light that shift like constellations. As it passes beneath your boat, its hum grows stronger, and you feel it inside your bones, steady, deep, reassuring. The sound is a lullaby of the deep, older than time, timeless as the night. The creature does not linger. It drifts below again, carrying the song with it, leaving only ripples of calm behind. But the sound stays within you, resonating long after the shape is gone. The mist curls back in, thicker now, as though shielding this sacred place from the waking world. The boat drifts onward, carried once more into silence. The lantern glows brighter, steady and calm, guiding you deeper into the night. Above, the stars shimmer faintly, and one by one, they begin to blur, as though the sky itself is softening. Your breath slows. Your body feels heavier. Every thought grows lighter until it dissolves like mist above water. And as the lantern flickers, the hum of the deep still echoing in your heart, you drift further into stillness, into quiet, into the boundless dream. The boat drifts onward, guided only by the blue lantern's steady flame. Its light glows gently, never dimming, never wavering, a quiet companion in the endless dark. The mist softens again, wrapping around you like layers of a blanket, muffling the world into stillness. Time feels different here. Perhaps it passes, perhaps it doesn't. But within this dreamlike place, there is no need for clocks, no need for days or nights. Only the slow rhythm of drifting, the glow of the lantern, and the quiet hush of your own breath. As the fog thins, a new sight appears. The lake widens, opening into a vast expanse that looks more like an ocean than a body of water. The surface gleams with a strange light, faint lines of silver stretch across it, glowing like threads, weaving patterns that shift and dance as the boat glides forward. It looks like a web of stars, resting gently on the water's surface. A map, perhaps, a pathway made not of stone but of light. The lantern flickers once, and the boat follows one of the glowing threads. The water hums faintly, echoing the same low song of the ancient creatures you heard before, a sound so deep and vast that it feels like it has no beginning and no end. Slowly, the stars above begin to mirror the threads below. One by one, constellations realign, bending into shapes that match the glowing lines on the water. It feels as though the sky and the lake are becoming one, as though you are floating not just on water, but on the surface of the universe itself. The blue lantern glows brighter, and for a moment you feel weightless. The boat is no longer moving forward across the lake. It is rising. The stars surround you now, above and below. The water dissolves into light. The mist fades into infinity. You are drifting through a sea of stars, the boat cradled gently, rocking with the rhythm of the cosmos. Every point of light glows softly, not sharp or blinding, but soothing each star like a candle in the distance, keeping watch over your rest. The hum of the deep creatures lingers, blending with the silence of space, and it is impossible to tell whether you are moving at all. Perhaps you are floating. Perhaps the universe itself is carrying you forward. The lantern's flame flickers once, twice, and then steadies. Its light feels stronger than ever. It is not just guiding you now, it is protecting you, holding you in its glow, making sure nothing stirs the calm that surrounds you. You close your eyes for a moment and visions rise again, not of places but of feelings, peace, warmth, a memory of being safe, held, and cared for. The boat rocks gently, the stars breathe quietly. The lantern listens to your last waking thoughts, and as the universe hums its ancient lullaby, you drift deeper, softer, quieter into the vast, endless dream.